Welcome back to Brooksy's Car Restorations. Sorry I haven't been around for a couple of weeks. I had school holidays and we spent some time with the kids and did some camping, and we tried to, and other various bits and pieces. Anyways, we're back now. In the last video we were starting to do the carbs, and I will do that in this video. However, first I've got someone rebuilding the handbrake cable between the two back drums because it got snapped, and I am taking the master cylinder in for and getting that rebuilt as well. So hopefully this week we'll have brakes and a running engine, because I plan on getting a lot done this week. Also, I'm getting a lot of views. It's awesome. And if you're liking the channel, please subscribe. I want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll do some giveaways or something, have some fun, do some subscriber what do you call it, interaction sort of stuff, where you help me buy cars, or you know, whatever, you know, or I buy a car for you and we fix it up together and you get to keep it, or anyways, yeah, anyways, please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and yeah, let's get back to it. There's the brake master cylinders off, and taking that in to get sorted now. Basically drained it. It still had lots of good fluid in it. Anyway, welcome back. Got the young fellow with us.
Evening.
Morning.
Morning.
Got our new handbrake cable for the back of the car, which she'll be helping fitting for us very shortly. And I'm starting on the Carbie pull down up at the front. Already started disconnecting stuff. All this stuff, with that disconnected, this is springing back properly now, so I'll only have to mess around with the yeah, that stuff. And anyways, we'll get this disconnected and start pulling it apart and cleaning it. Still waiting on the brake booster, master cylinder, sorry, not brake booster, master cylinder, brake master cylinder. Still waiting on that. It's getting rebuilt. So yeah. Be cool to have some kind of a camera person, but hey, is what it is. Alright, carbies are disconnected. Gonna pull them off. Maybe I need 2 hands for this, 1 second. Well, that's a bit interesting. So according to this, one of the butterflies is closed, the other one still open. So it's not, it wasn't opening and closing properly with the, that's going to cause problems potentially. It's working better now, but before that, this one here was open a bit, and that one, the other one was completely closed. So it's sort of spun a bit on its, have to get them tuned up together potentially. I'll try and do it myself. So these are bending. Anyways, one of these carbies I already started to clean. I was taking the bottom off this one and I couldn't get it to it properly. As you can see, some of the bolts are already undone. Anyways, let's get it apart and have a look inside it and see what it looks like and clean it up, and yeah. Right, so we got the carbies in there, starting to clean them up. The petrol inside them smells terrible, like varnish. Yeah, I'm also talking closer to the camera because when I'm on the, what do you call it, stand, for some reason it's quieter, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But yeah. Let's tear this apart and have a look at the float area, see how bad it is. Stinks like hell.
Yeah.
So that's what the inside of the bowl looked like. And I don't know how you can see down there. It's pretty gross. And the fuel that come out of it's like a greeny blacky colour. I don't know how we can see. Oh, and it stinks. Absolutely stinks. So I'll get to cleaning that up. But in the meantime, I am going to see if the bloody engine will pop off. So we'll do that in a second. Alright, we're going to give this a crack. Alright, when you're ready. So close. Right, one more crack.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. When it starts to kick, keeps running because it runs. It starts kicking and it runs out of fuel and stops.
Fireball either. Okay, no, not successful, so we might have compression issues still. But yeah, no luck on the not turning over today, unfortunately. But this has got to be done regardless. Sorry, I'm recording, Dad. Dad thought I was talking to him.
Agreeing with you recording.
Oh, he's recording. Agreeing with me recording. Okay. Might take a bit of scrubbing to get this clean. Anyways, we're not giving up on the old girl. I'll probably have to pull the head and just see if those valves are seating properly or what's going on with them. Starting to look a bit better. This is a tedious process, it might take a while. Carbie's all, the floating nut's all nice and clean now. It's moving nicely. The bowl, as clean as I'm gonna get it. That's just stained from the black stuff being sitting there for so long. I might give it another quick scrub, but there's nothing really on the bottom anymore. Hope you guys can hear me. Alright, first Carbie's done, back together. Let's pull off Carbie number 2, or pull it apart Carbie number 2 and see what we're working with. And yeah, if you didn't see me clean the needle and seat on the first Carbie, I did that in the end of the last video, just in case you're curious of what that looked like. It was pretty disgusting. I had to give it a good sand, and I ended up stabbing myself in the finger. It was that sharp, I ended up bleeding. Fun. Just an update on what Dad's doing. He oh, there's 2 tubes on either side of the car. When the wire was broken, they were bent, so I was using a screwdriver
Yeah.
and a bit of pipe to straighten those out so we could feed the new handbrake cable through. And the new handbrake cable's now in that little Y section. I don't know what they call that. Y section sounds good to me. The rest of the cable looks fine up towards the front of the car, and hopefully we'll be plugging these into the back of the drums very shortly and unseason the drums and at least have some sort of braking system, just even if it's just a handbrake for the time being.
Yep. Perfect.
Everything fits. The
it's hard to tell you.
spines and everything's fine.
I just pulled them back.
Yep.
They seem to be about 3 inches short, but
Okay.
there's plenty of adjustment in it. I think we can drop it back a bit. It may be a bit short.
What would you adjust it with?
Well, you adjust these right up to the end.
Okay. Yeah. No, you got
you
brackets. Yeah.
adjust
No,
that
that's
right
all right.
up
You
to
got
the
brackets that flick on the end of that
Yeah.
thing. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They
And
were
that gives you
out
another inch or so roughly.
Well, I can't remember where they were. I think they were out towards the end anyway.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Right. Anyways, coming together.
Mm.
Right, let's take this top bit off again. Alright. How are we looking? Oh, that's not good. No, maybe alright. The needle and seat on the other one sat inside the thing. Oh no, that's right. Disregard. Anyways, top end clean, like the other one was. The needle in this one is really, really dull. It's like the tip's been snapped off it. Yeah, bit interesting. I'll be back in a second. Needle nice and clean. It's not sharp like the other one. Dad seems to think it's supposed to be like that, but I don't know why we make them both different. But anyways, the seat's also cleaned out. We'll put this bit together and start on the bowl. Alright, the bottom of the next Carbie. Yep, pretty gross. Almost done with his job. So we'll give that a clean up and put those aside for the time being. See how we go. So we'll get up to after this. We'll grab some lunch soon. What's the time? Yeah, about 11. Might get some lunch shortly. The Carbie's all clean and back together. We're taking apart the first drum just to see what it's looked like. Our unfortunately our yeah, it is. But unfortunately our handbrake cable is slightly too short, so we're gonna have to take it back.
Slightly, it's about 85 mil, about 3 and 3/8, too short.
Anyways, see how the drums are looking. They're not fighting us too hard at the moment.
Oh, it's kind of better than I thought.
Don't break it, Dad. Oh, sorry.
Is that your best dad joke?
That was one of my best dad jokes, yeah.
Look at that oil. Is that
Lovely.
oil or water? That's water. That's alright.
Looks oily though.
It looks oily, but it's...
But that doesn't
No,
look too bad.
it is brake fluid.
Where's the... Look at the cylinder down there. It's on the bottom. That's
Yeah,
weird.
the springs
But
are clean.
look at it. The seals look nice.
And there's no step in the drum.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah,
There
this,
is-
like I said, this car's done literally
is-
no kilometres or miles at
There is
all,
brake
really.
fluid in there though.
There's still plenty of meat on those pads too. Just
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
front ones.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm not
also... and they look
replacing
like a new-
anything.
The backing
We
plate.
just need to unseize this. I don't think I'm going to replace anything on this.
The backing plate looks like it's a
Beautiful.
new one.
It's bloody beautiful.
Really,
The springs
realistically.
even. They're not even rusty.
Mm.
Usually the springs are rusty and falling apart.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
That's much nicer.
Yeah, the shoes were dragging on here for some reason.
So is there an adjustment on the back of there somewhere to
Should
adjust
be.
them in or out?
Should be somewhere. I'll have a look.
I'm very happy with that. And then and the line too. Like it's
Yeah, well, the one on the other side even looks better than that. It's got
yeah. But they look
plastic
they look
spiral around it.
exquisite for a car this old, honestly.
Let's say someone's done them up or something at some point.
Well, let's go and have some lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cylinder,
Slave
cylinder, sorry, there, which is annoying. So on the bottom there, but anyways, it's very rusty and it's pretty seized up. So we're going to pull it off and see if we can't free it up a bit or rebuild it.
Yeah. The rest of it's free.
The rest of it's pretty decent though.
All these are free. The adjustment is all the way
We
back.
think it's leaking too because there's a little bit of like brake fluid coming out of it, but it's not like terribly leaking. But
I put a pair of multi-grips on this and was able to push the buckets back in again. It was seized, that's why we pulled it apart. And now
it's not seized so much anymore. The wheel spins.
now it slips on and off easily. You might have noticed we're banging it off with a hammy before. And now it spins freely. So this is shot for two reasons. It's not coming back, it's seized, and it's also spewing oil, so the buckets in it are leaking. So we're going to have to pull this apart and rebuild it. The old slave cylinder, I think. It's all running heavy. Do you want to catch it before it goes on the ground?
You got a bucket there. Is that all right? Or
This one's full of spanners. I don't really want to catch it.
Okay. 1 second. Right. So you taking the spring out now, are you?
Yeah, but they've got a weird one here. This is sort of floating around. Look at that.
Oh, okay. Did you get it?
Yeah, but I don't know where the other end is. That one there's your main one that goes from there to there.
Okay. Does it go right across underneath the thing, maybe?
Yeah, it does.
Oops. Helps if I put the video on there.
Like a double-ended hook on this end of it.
And it keeps getting stuck back in the hole.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. It was in there like that, which doesn't
Yeah.
seem right. It's just sort of floating around. That doesn't look right, does it? It's just not even in there properly. That's where it was.
No, well, maybe it needs a new spring.
It's this top one. Hopefully the other side's right, and we'll be able to see which way it goes. There we go.
Alright, sweet, we got one out.
No, man, there's that one.
Who sells these kinds of springs and stuff?
Some sort of,
Or you just got to
you
order them
you can
from
get them made if you want to get stuck.
Water Barn or whatever?
You got that pair of long nose pliers you had before?
Yeah, probably in the shed. Yep.
Okay, so we'll need to take the spring out. We'll go over here, push it in, disconnect it.
Beautiful. Oops. Hold the camera right here.
That's the top one. It goes in behind. The photograph I took before should take it. Another spring down here on the bottom, on the handbrake lever side. There we go. That's that one. Goes between the levers on your handbrakes. Just like that. I'm going to take a photograph of those, or you got it on video, that's fine. So now we've got to
Only if you watch my video.
we've got to release these. That's a little T. See how that slides?
Yep.
You've got to push it in, turn it at 90 degrees, and then
Okay.
pop off.
Yep.
You what? So you grab hold of
Yeah.
that, push it in,
I just.
turn it at 90 degrees,
Yep.
and then it comes off. Like that.
And the same to put it back on.
Yep.
Push it in, turn it,
Yep.
and it's back on
That's got a
again.
pin that comes through from the back.
That's cool.
Like that. Put it back to the other end. Oh, it's not going to stay there anyway because the spring's going to come off. This one's the same. Grip it, push it in,
And
turn
twist it.
90 degrees. Oh, the whole thing's turning. There it is. No, I got it. Get back.
Doing something. Get back here.
Get them all together. These should just come out now, like that.
Plenty of meat still on the bones.
And now this should come out, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Yep, yeah, look at that.
Bit of a leakage.
Yep.
Screwdriver.
Yeah. Stomach's not growling because we're hungry. The stomach's growling because we just had a big feed. Big feed of hamburgers and calamari. It's good. Look at the oil coming out of that shot inside the bucket shot.
Well, we have new bumper thingies, buckets, whatever you call them.
Making this look hard, aren't I? Ew.
Ew. It's nice and stuck. A little pinched it maybe, I know. Oh. I felt that flick the camera. My arm, and my leg.
She seized. She seized all right.
Seized the day. I was thinking oil or lube could potentially fix this up, but I mean it's
Luby
already
dubed
sort
enough
of.
already.
Huh?
In the words of pudding, it's Luby dubed enough already.
Yeah, well that's what I'm thinking. It's probably good enough. That one come off a bit easier.
That one is tight,
But it's moving.
it's moving. If this one is supposed to move, it's not.
Might now that you've got the other one moving. Putting a vice grip. In a vice grip, one of the oh there you go, it moves. Was that moving? Was that the one that was moving before?
Yeah.
Try the other side now then. No, I meant like, you know, the vice on your
yeah.
the bench vice or whatever you call it. I don't know. Whoa! There's one way of pulling it apart. Warn me next time if we rip something's head off.
I'm gonna pull it apart.
Too late now, you've already done it. That's it. Now loosen that bastard. There
There
you
we
go.
go. Yeah, seized as. That's the problem with this back brake. These things are just seized up.
So we need to replace all those seals, or do you think it might
Yeah.
work?
No, they're leaking the lid.
Well, these two need replacing, definitely.
No, that's not what's leaking. It's this bit here
Oh,
that's
okay.
leaking, and it's leaking out past there. Then that's not really meant to keep the oil in. That's just meant to keep the
Yeah,
dust out. That's the buckets. in
Well,
here
if
that
we're
are
doing
leaking.
one, we might as well do both.
Oh, definitely.
Well, we tried hard this week to try and get the car either running or stopping. No luck with either. I was hoping the handbrake cable would at least work so we could, you know, roll it back and use the handbrake as a brake. And so I can get the beetle out and do stuff on it while I'm waiting for parts. So what I'll end up doing is just working on the beetle inside the shed over the next week or so while we're waiting for parts to come in. We pulled the brake slave cylinder apart on the back wheel. However, the shop, we didn't get in time to get parts from the shop today. Still have to go in on Monday and get the parts. So yeah, but they got it all freed up and cleaned up. Give it a good clean out with some paper and stuff. That's without the
Giving the bore a hone.
without all the seals and everything, but it's
Yeah, we couldn't get the bucket seals for it. We've cleaned it all up. Now they're all sliding nicely. Just got to get some seals for it. Put it back together again.
It might be, yeah, maybe we'll be lucky next Wednesday. We can start doing more stuff on it. But if not, in the meantime, I'm just gonna start pottering away on my beetle. It's been a long time since I've done anything with it. Yeah, so just a lot of waiting around for parts now. I got to wait for that handbrake to get remade, cable to get remade, and I'm waiting on the master cylinder to be rebuilt. and waiting on these things which I wasn't able to order today. I don't really want to have to buy a whole new slave cylinder if I can help it. If it is what it is. If I have to, I have to. But if I don't have to, then it's a lot cheaper. They're $4 a part or $5 a part or whatever. And it's all about doing things on the cheap. That's what my channel is about. Or doing things somewhat simply. So yeah, hopefully, I'm really hoping that next week we'll have some action on the Beetle. Yeah, I've been putting it off because I wanted to get this out of the way so I could, I wanted to get this moving so I can move it in and out of the way. This is my main working bay, but if I can't, then I'll have to work it in the shed. Anyways, thanks for your patience. Yeah, sorry we haven't really fixed anything yet, but it's all in the works, and yeah, to be continued.